weather, check on the weather out there. We put things on hold for about 15 minutes this morning, mostly I think due to the traffic and congestion. And you know, first day, it's been 350 days since we've done this. So everybody's new, trying to find the way in, trying to find, and even the guys doing the traffic, while they do a great job of moving traffic along, sometimes it's kind of like, but people are in the wrong lanes because parking passes get you into certain lots, and it's all very organized, but if you're in the wrong place, it kind of messes up that organization some. So first day jitters, coming to
this event for years, you know, my family was kind of spoiled being a pilot. You know, you just kind of drive down on the field, and I have several relatives around town, and you know, a few years back I gave one of them a pass, and their daughter called it a magical pass because they were used to sitting in the traffic for all that time. Yeah, so it was kind of funny. So my cousin Charlotte, I know she's out there watching, and we can't wait to see you later on the week with your magical pass. So.
All right, so again, we are here live at Balloon Fiesta Park, and we are just taking a quick look at the field. Is obviously filling up. Pilots briefing has gotten underway, we understand. We're going to wait for the weather, and we're going to go check on the weather folks, and we'll get that weather from our pilots briefing. Normally on a mass ascension day, we would have the drone patrol show at 5:45. Our dawn patrol folks would go up at 6 o'clock. We would set up our Krispy Kreme balloons at 6:30 and start our mass ascension at 7 o'clock, right after the balloon of the day and the national anthem and those types of things. Like I said, there's some wind concern here this morning, so we're waiting to see what happens. What's been happening all week, and it's been this pattern for about 2 weeks now in Albuquerque and expected to continue, and that is some breezy winds overnight, that once the sun comes up, breezes all die down, and people have been having great flights all week. So we're kind of hoping and expecting that to happen again today. We're going to wait and see. Sunrise isn't until closer to 7 o'clock.
Correct.
So we're about 45 minutes away from that. As you can see, it's still very dark on the field. We don't even have that pre-dawn light over the Sandia Mountains yet this morning.
And for example, yesterday it was really blowing, gusting, I think, to 30, 35 up along the mountains, and they had beautiful flights yesterday.
Yes, they did for Albuquerque Aloft.
Yes, and you know, that's a really great thing. You know, as a child, I became enamored with balloons growing up in the Northeast Heights, and having the balloons back then, as the field was further south, would float into the heights, and we would be out at recess and watching these balloons land, and you know, it really kind of hooked me on what was going on. But when you get all these balloons together, I feel very confident. I always did as a pilot here. You know, they have your best interests, not only just for the crowd, but for the pilots. And this is an event where, you know, it's at pilot's discretion. You're not forced to ever fly. You make your own decisions, and you make the right decisions. And you know, I think aeronautical decision making is a key, and it's really a key when you have 500 balloons in the air. To be quite honest with you. So
I just got messaged some pictures from our group in Jackson.
Oh, awesome!
Yeah, the folks up there, and so the big TV with the show open on there, and then they're all in line getting their chili and their breakfast burritos.
Well, save us a breakfast burrito. How's that sound?
Well, no, go ahead and enjoy them yourself.
Yeah.
So I was talking about the game plan here. Of course, this opening day, a little more opening ceremonies. We are scheduled for a flyover with our Chili Express, a group of volunteer pilots who restore some older planes, and that's now scheduled at that 7:15 time frame. We've got stuff happening on the field today as well. This afternoon, we've got the first balloon blow scheduled. Things get started here on the field about 5 o'clock when Team Fast Tracks jumps in. We'll record that and play it back for all of those of you who are not here. And we'll play that back when we come on the air at 6 o'clock Mountain Time. And then shortly after that, 6:30 is when our balloon blow is scheduled to start. So the balloons will start inflating there. We're going to hopefully have a great balloon blow tonight. That'll be followed by Team Fast Tracks jumping back in with their pyrotechnic show. The new drone show will be after that, and then our ever fabulous afterglow fireworks will wrap up the evening.
Yeah, extremely awesome fireworks show.
Yeah.
I've been to a lot of shows, and it's amazing.
And the one here always seems to get better.
Oh, and every year, especially when they go in the Arroyo over there to the west. They blow up those.
Well, they're so close when they're over there.
Yes.
You know, and actually, towards the end of the week, I think all of our fireworks will be over on that side, so they're all going to be much closer. We'll still get all the aerials and things like that, but they're going to be coming up the west side of the field as well. So, yeah. So we've got Miami watching as well. Let's see. Oh, somebody's seeing some burners going off. Yep. One of the things when pilot briefing is delayed a little bit, pilots will take advantage of that time to go ahead and hook up the system, make sure that they have the right amount of pressure, no leaks, all that great stuff. There's a great shot of the Balloon Museum, which is off behind us.
Yep.
In the background, that's those kind of spiky lights going up in their rooms. A lot of people over in the ALBUQUERQUE International Balloon Museum, and we understand that they are watching us on Balloon Fiesta Live as well.
Well,
so
good morning to everyone over at the Balloon Museum.
the Balloon Museum. Glad that you are watching us as well.
Good morning, Wisconsin. Chris, come out and see us. We're going to have a great fiesta, to be honest with you. This is the time of morning, folks, where as a pilot over at briefing, you're really paying attention, or you're trying to pay attention. You haven't seen some of your friends for 365 days, so as much as you really want to fly and see your friends, it's a very important part of the morning to be listening to the weather briefing, what's going on, and prepare yourself mentally. Because again, going throughout the country, you see 4, 5, 6 balloons places. In Albuquerque in the weekends here, you would see normally 20, 30, 40.
Right.
Now you're going to see 500. So you've got to mentally in your head put together about how you're going to fly and control your flight. And there's a lot of things going through your head as a pilot right now. It's kind of nice for me after all these years. The first time I ever did safety, it was like I don't have to stress out about any of that stuff anymore.
Right.
So, but it's an important part of the day when they're out there at the pilot briefing, really learning what's going on. And we're now starting to see the Sandia Mountains kind of come into view a little bit. We have these bright studio lights, but that gorgeous New Mexico sunrise is about to happen.
It is. You're talking about the flights here. The last time that I actually flew off the field during a balloon fiesta, I remember literally being in balloon traffic for 45 minutes. And that's typically the entire flight. And we're used to flying, okay, yeah, you get up and maybe there's a couple around you, but then pretty soon you're separated and you're out and away and all those kinds of things. So it's like, but having been there, it definitely takes concentration to be able to fly during Balloon Fiesta, which is part of the reason that we make this an invitation, that we vet the pilots that we allow into the event. We ask them questions about, have you flown at 5,000 feet? Have you flown with 50 other balloons at the same time? Right. Questions like that. And we talked about how warm it is here. That affects how the balloon flies as well.
Absolutely, 100%. And when you talk about flying at a mile high, the balloon reacts so much different. I've had the privilege of flying down in Georgia, in California, in Pennsylvania. The balloon reacts so much different. We're a mile high, so there's less oxygen up here. You get a little bit more sluggish feel. You don't get the response time that you normally would get in a lower altitude. So you want to make sure that you're being safe, the people around you are being safe, and it's just something that you're right. They really do a nice job of vetting the people that come out here. And I never had a problem over all the years that I flew. It was just it was an enjoyable time. It just becomes a little stressful because you're not used to having 500
people around you. Yeah. Right, exactly.
In the air.
In the air. And especially we launch in waves. So it's not like 500 all of a sudden lift off, kind of like the 500 drones all go up together.
Correct.
So we go off in waves and those types of things. But where I was kind of headed with that, not only does that altitude make a difference from sea level to a mile high, as you talked about, but as the air gets warmer and the temperature gets warmer, that also impacts the density of the air.
Absolutely.
So the other day, midday, which is not when we fly, but I just happened to check in the middle of the day, the density altitude here at Albuquerque was 8,000 feet. That means flying a balloon would be like flying it at 8,000 feet as opposed to 5,000 feet. So now I'm another half mile higher yet. So I'm going to get a whole lot more slow response to my balloon in trying to turn it around, make it go up, and those kinds of things.
Well, and the warmer it is outside, obviously, the less weight you can take.
Right.
So you have to be very cautious and cognizant about that. You know, balloons are not cheap, especially when you go out and buy a brand new one. And we'll see some brand new balloons coming up that cost lots of money. But even though you want to make sure that you're taking care of that fabric, you don't want to over-temp the balloon, because other things start happening when you do that. You know, your red line will shrink, your balloon will start to, you'll have all sorts of issues, and we don't want to have any of that. We want to have a fun time, enjoyable flight, a safe flight.
Well, because people don't, and there's some of the winds that we've been talking about a little bit there. What you're talking about in the temperature there, balloons fly because you heat the air inside, the air becomes less dense and therefore goes up. But it takes, I'm kind of just watching things here. In my brain, the envelope just to stand up has to be about 100 degrees warmer than the outside air. So if it's 70 degrees here, then the top of my balloon, just to stand it up, needs to be about 170 degrees. And then if I want to fly, I've got to get it warmer than that. And the fabric, the manufacturers of the fabric, put a maximum temperature on that balloon. And for most fabrics, it's about 250 degrees.
That's correct.
So you see, if I'm already at 170 standing it up, I don't have a whole lot of room to put a lot more heat in there before I start over-temping the fabric.
Absolutely. And then as you go up, you know, that altitude density kicks in. And so
right.
you need even more lift and less response time. And it's just amazing to me, just thinking back over all the years. You know, you start with those 13 original balloons, and I guess in 2000 we had 1,000 balloons
right.
out here, and now we're tipping over 500. And it's just, you know, to watch this thing grow over all the years, to me, is just an amazing thing.
And we actually kind of cap it at that 550
right.
these days now. Just we only have so many launch sites, but even more important, we have even fewer landing sites.
Yes.
As the city continues to infill and grow and fill in all those areas, then yeah.
Well, and talking about landing, you know, different pilots will have different views on this, but you know, I was taught to have a very safe landing, you want to have at least 1,000 feet for every knot of wind that you're flying.
Yes.
And so if you guys think about that for a second, you know, years ago in Albuquerque, you look out to the west side, you had thousands of feet to land. So, you know, you got these guys going out there, and they would go out at 15, 20 knot winds, which by the way, the waiver for us to safely fly, and the waiver through the FAA is only 10 knots. It cannot exceed that on the field. But if you think about nowadays, and you fly out of here and you fly south, or you kind of go west, and you don't clear the river, there's not a lot of places. If you're going 5 knots, you need 5,000 feet. That's about a mile worth of land to safely land. Now, that's not saying you have to go all the way to the ground, right. But as you make your approach, and there's, you know, not that type of spacing out there as there was. So, as a pilot, I really loved it when I saw that the winds were flowing to the north and to the west, and all that open land out there in Rio Rancho is a welcome sight for a pilot.
And in fact, there's actually a program in Albuquerque now, X marks the spot, where we're asking landowners that do have big fields, big areas, big open areas, to allow us to land our balloons there and to express that permission to land by putting a white sheet or a white X in that land. And our pilots can see that from the air, and they can say, oh, that's going to be a friendly landing spot.
And people don't realize year-round, Nancy Wirtz and her team with Landowner Relations, they spend a tremendous amount of time out in the community here in Albuquerque getting people to agree to that, and she works tirelessly with her team to make that happen. So again, there's a lot of moving pieces for Fiesta. People I don't think really realize until you come out here. You know, I didn't really realize it a lot. You know, as a pilot, yes, you see all the moving pieces, but when you get involved in the organization, wow, it's just an amazing event. And these are all volunteers, by the way.
Right. I was just going to say, there's about 18 paid staff members of the Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta, and there's a board of directors that is volunteer, that is numbers in 24, and then we bring in 1,200 volunteers we call navigators, and they're the ones that make this work. And many of them work just the 9 days, but there are hundreds of them that work at least in the month of September setting things up, and there are others that work year-round to help us put this event on.
Here's that beautiful sun about ready to
Sun's starting to come over,
yep. The sandy around us.
And you'll notice that the camera shot that we have is actually a little bit better than the visual shot that we have.
Right.
These great cameras that we have and the great work we always get from our folks at Windfire Productions. They will be bringing us the great shots and making sure that you can hear us and see us and all those great things. And the cameras always can bring up, show us a little more light, a little more color and activity that's going on than we might be able to see with our own bare eyes here on the field.
We are certainly hoping to bring our audience around the world morning flights and glowing nights for the next 10 days.
Yep. So we'll be here for all of those sessions. We start at 6 a.m. For evening sessions. We start at 6 p.m. And so wherever that time zone is, it's nice that it's like 1200 and 0000 on the UTC clock.
There's our camera shot.
There
from
we
the
are.
North to the south. We can
from
wave
the north end. That's us. Yeah. You kind of see a kind of more of a turquoise a little bit, kind of in the center of the left, and then a little bit of dark. We're the next part of that. So if we so if we kind of wave, you'll see us kind of waving there. That's one of our camera angles all the way from the north end. We have another camera angle that is over on the Main Street stage. So that's, in fact, that looks like it right there. So there's looking down Main Street. We'll also be able to turn that around and show you the field as well. We've got a camera here on the stage with us, not only for us, but one looking out to the field. There you go. Looking back out that way. And we've got another one that is over at the pilot briefing tower, which we should be going to shortly as soon as they get to the weather over there. First morning pilots briefing, a lot of, hey, remember this, keep this in mind, going through all the rules, regulations, that waiver you talked about. The waiver is basically allows us to not have to pay attention to two particular parts of the federal aviation regulations. We're hot balloons or aircraft, and we have to fly under those regulations. And so we get a couple of minimum safe altitude restrictions lowered by the use of that waiver. Right. The other thing that happens here too, which a number of people don't understand, is we set up a TFR, or a temporary flight restricted area, for a 4 nautical mile radius around the park. And no one can fly any aircraft in that 4 mile cone without the express permission of Balloon Fiesta. So obviously our 550 balloons can fly here. We've got a couple of news helicopters and law enforcement helicopters that are flying around. We can put our drone show up, but there are no personal drones. There are no non-registered aircraft. They all have to stay outside that area during Balloon Fiesta.
Absolutely. And as for pilots, they're also reminding them at this point, what they need to do to be safe and to operate safely. When you do leave the field, they don't want you ascending faster than 200 feet a minute. Although in the past I've watched the shows and seen many people like to want to buzz us up here on the tower, but they have to be 75 feet above us, so we're close to that number right now. So as they go up, they're hopefully 300, 400, 500 feet as they made their ascent out of the field. Today, though, as you mentioned, they could be going a different direction from us, but that's fine because we have a wonderful view up here of all the action going down on the field. We just got a message from Albania.
Oh yeah?
Mario. So good afternoon in Albania.
All right, lots of conversations there. There is also a flag on the field, a status flag. While we've shown you some of the decorative flags that are around, we do have a status flag that will be either green, yellow, or red. Red means we've canceled the events. It is not red. Green means we're a go. Unfortunately, it's not green yet.
Right.
Right now, it's in the yellow state, and that won't change until after pilot's briefing has been completed.
You can actually see it right there blowing in the wind. Right.
Oh yeah, you sure can.
Yeah,
yep.
Right to the left, almost to the center.
All right, yeah, so Diane's been talking with some folks down there, and she's willing to talk on air with some more. So Diane, what you got?
I have a surprise for you. I have the map of the United States, right? Do I have the map of the United States here? We've got people from all over the country. I found them on the west bleachers. On the west side, we have these great bleachers to see the balloons and new places to see it. So when you come to the Balloon Fiesta, head to the west because that's where it's not very crowded. But I said the United States, starting from the west part, we have Jack from Hawaii. Well,
Lena from Minnesota. Aaron from Iowa.
Terry from Pittsburgh.
Joe from Pittsburgh.
Miles.
And Joni from Tampa. So we go from the West Coast to the East Coast. And if you can believe this, none of these folks has been to Balloon Fiesta before. Never. Why did you come?
We wanted to see the balloons. We heard it was an amazing display, so here we are. We go on a girls' trip every year, and we picked Albuquerque. So,
What did you heard about Albuquerque and the Balloon Fiesta?
The mountains, the drones, and the beautiful balloons.
What did you think of the drones this morning?
I haven't seen it in person before. It was really fun to see how there were so many moving around. We saw all the countries and different continents. It was beautiful.
What will you tell your friends back home?
what an amazing time and how cool Albuquerque is. So, yeah.
What do you think of the weather?
It's hot.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it's hot right now.
Compared to Minnesota, it's hot. Yeah.
So you women are hot in Minnesota?
Yeah,
And
we're hot
in-
everywhere. Yeah.
Jack, you're from Hawaii? You came from Hawaii?
I just moved here a couple months ago. Yeah.
What did you hear about the Balloon Fiesta?
I've been looking at it for quite a while, so it's on my bucket list today.
Fantastic.
Got it all
What
done.
did you think of the drones?
Oh, they were pretty cool.
Okay, we're going from the West Coast now back to the East Coast.
Terry. We came to the Balloon Fest because, first of all, we came to see our grandson. And this was a bonus. So this is going to be fun, huh? Say hi.
Oh, smiles from all the kids.
Oh, they were awesome. Very beautiful, colorful.
Had you seen drones before like this?
Last Christmas in our hometown, yes, they had a drone display.
Hey, Diane.
Not like this, though. Not like this. Okay, Tampa, we got the water. Now here in New Mexico, we've got a lot of beach. Did you know that, Joni? A lot of beach here.
Seen some rivers and things.
We
A lot of sand.
What do you call beaches?
Sand.
So
Just like Tampa.
here we got a lot of beaches with sand, but not the water you have in Tampa.
Not so much. Not so much.
Why did you come to Albuquerque and the Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta?
We had cousins that lived in Santa Fe, and they had seen it last year, and the pictures were amazing. And we were waiting to see the balloon glow and hoping that the wind dies down a little bit. So
There's so much to do here. Thank you for coming all this way from Tampa. So this is our United States. We're all going to throw a kiss back. Back to you on this set.
Hey, Diane. You still there?
Nope, she slipped away from us.
That's okay.
But from your hometown, Pittsburgh.
Yes, I was going to tell the people, you should enjoy yourself. That's a little euphemism. Just only in Pittsburgh. It's kind of strange. It's not like y'all.
Oh, okay.
It's yins.
It's yins.
So for all my fellow yinsers out there in the Berg, I think Paul and Nicole Gruskinski are watching live back in Pittsburgh. Yins guys need to come out because it's an amazing event.
Oh, well, there's kind of a good sign. Someone has stretched the envelope out.
Yes.
And actually, I hear the fan going, so they're starting to put a little cold air in there.
It looks like that's actually the Fiesta balloons.
It should be.
Yes.
It should be the two Fiesta balloons will be the balloons of the day. So we should be getting some there. I noticed on the chat, just like while Diane was talking, somebody says, "Yippee, my crew just made it."
So, it's kind of funny. We always, as pilots, tell our crew we want to meet here at this certain time. There's always that one or two people that just
right.
They disappear, but you don't want to leave them, right? You don't want
Right.
to leave them there. So, and for weeks you're planning this, and sometimes it just doesn't work out the way that you planned.
Well, it's really easy to put your plans together, but then, like you said, there's 550 other
Right.
balloons
Exactly.
with somewhere, and this is always the time when your crew grows from 4 or 5 people to 10 or 15 people.
Oh yes, it is quite amazing.
Everybody wants to crew during Balloon Fiesta.
Right. Or you'll start getting those calls like October 1st. Hey, are you out there flying this year? Is there any chance I
Yes.
could get a flight?
Yes.
And that's one thing as a pilot, year round when you're flying, your crew is lean sometimes.
Right.
But those people that are hardcore and they're gamers out there every weekend, those are the ones that you really want to take care of during Balloon Fiesta. Not that you don't want to take care of other friends and family members, but it's kind of funny how they all come out of the woodwork this first full weekend in October.
Yeah, we used to tell our friends and relatives that, you know, if you want to come out during Balloon Fiesta, that's great. Come on out and watch. If you want to come out and get a balloon ride, come another time when we can go have more times there. Not that it's incredible. In fact, it's really hard to describe, and hopefully you're going to be able to see that with our balloon camera shot when we get balloons in the air. What it's like to fly off this field with tens of thousands of people standing here cheering you off and hundreds of balloons flying around you. Even if you're the first one off, you're still going to see all these balloons inflating on the ground, and they're going to be joining you up there shortly. So.
Right. Well, you know, I'm a huge sports fan. You know this, Art.
Yes.
And although I was never good enough to make it as a professional baseball player, you always wanted to envision what it sounded like when you hit that home run in the game, bottom of the ninth. Well, I actually never hit a home run in a game, but when you take off of Fiesta Field, that's what it really feels and sounds like, with the crowd roaring that you just hit a home run. So it was actually that's how I became right.
So just getting an update on what's happening out there at Pilots Briefing. And just like we said, they're going through all the rules, all the regs about being safe, about landing. They've not gotten to weather yet, but it sounds like they might be getting close.
Hopefully we won't have any PZs the first day.
No, PZs being prohibitive zones, places that you can't land. There's already year-round ones of those. But yeah, we don't need to be creating any others there as well. So again, we have a shot of and this is part of the process here. The pilot is going to be over at Pilots Briefing, and so the crew has connected the envelope to the basket. It's on the left-hand side there. You kind of see a little bit of white. Yep. That's the banner on the side of the basket. It's connected to the envelope, which is the fabric part. We can see clearly that is the older Balloon Fiesta balloon.
Yes.
There is a newer one that we built here at Balloon Fiesta during the 50th Balloon Fiesta.
Inside the SID, they built it.
We built it right here.
Sewed it every day.
They did. They did a lot of the cutting before they got here, and did all the sewing once they got here, and then we stood it up on the last Saturday of the 50th, and Judy Nakamura is scheduled to fly that one with Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham in that, and our camera should be in this balloon when we get them standing up. So.
Well, you mentioned the banners, and I think maybe a good time to talk about the banners with our folks out there, what they signify.
Sure.
You know, most people they just think it's a number, right? That you threw up there. But actually, the banner numbers 1 through 20 signify our top 20 finishers in competition last year. And then you go beyond that, our competitors are number 1s through 299, I believe.
Yep.
It is.
Yep.
And then
300.
300 going up to 599 are just participants who are in the event. And 600 are all of our ride balloons, and 700 are
rodeo special shape.
Yeah, special shape rodeos.
Which is always brings the question up. If you only have 550 balloons, how can I have a banner number of 700?
Right.
Well, that's why.
Yes.
That's why that is. Hey, let's go back down to the field with Diane Kinderwater.
Well, we're back here on the field, on the west side of the field still. Now, we took you around the United States the last time you came to me. Now we're going international. We're going to Mexico City. Actually, we're in Albuquerque, but we have folks from Mexico City. And I have with everybody wave. Buenos dias.
Buenos dias.
And you know, in New Mexico, English and Spanish are both our official. They said Buenos dias back. Both are official languages. So in this broadcast right now, we're going to talk to you in English and in Spanish. But I'm going to introduce you to. We're going to introduce you to Mateo, Joaquin, y mi amiga Dulce de Mexico City. Hola.
Hola. Buenos dias.
Mateo would like to be the youngest pilot from Mexico City to fly here in the Albuquerque Balloon Fiesta. Mateo, tell me about your dream to be the youngest pilot from Mexico City here.
Well, ever since I was a small kid, or a little kid if you will, I've always loved balloons. In fact, one of my very first words was balloon in Spanish, or bobo, that's balloon in baby talk. But over the years the dream grew, but as I've grown, that dream has not died down. And now that I'm finally here, it's It's a
reality.
It's a reality. It's a cathartic moment.
We're going to visit with Mateo again and his mother Dulce when we come back. Back to you on the stage.
Thanks, Diane. We have gotten to the weather part of our pilot's briefing, so let's pick up pilot's briefing and get the weather scoop.
5. Up at Double Eagle, much cooler, temperature of 52 degrees, dew point of 30 degrees, relative humidity 43%. Barometric pressure was 30.31 inches of mercury, and they were reporting a calm wind. So we've seen on the wide scale area, regional observations anyway, that this drainage has tried to set up in Santa Fe, but it's really fighting a lot of that southerly flow, and so it's really struggling to get here. However, up near Bernalillo, we already are starting to see a north wind trying to develop. I do not think it's going to reach Fiesta Park here, but if we're able to fly this morning, you may, as you continue up towards the north, I think that you'll see, you might find that shallow box possibly taking you back to the south, but it would be very shallow, and I don't think it would last overly long. Overall, I think the profile this morning is that we're going to see the winds continue to turn right as you go aloft. So there is going to be a little bit of a southeast to northwest component to it, taking you up towards Rio Rancho if you stay in the near surface layer. If you go higher, you're going to go more south to north, and then maybe even hooking a little bit towards the east if you go high enough to where you're up in this faster stuff, and that would take you well to the north. But like I mentioned, the models have all indicated this, and we believe this is the case, that trend is going to be that the winds are going to continue to decrease in that speed layer. As that continues to decrease, I also expect the gustiness that we've seen here over the last few hours to decrease as well. If we can get that temperature separation, so right now we're running generally right around like 67 degrees, which is still incredibly warm for the start of Fiesta. If we see that temperature start to cool just a little bit, I think that we'll see the gustiness die off as well. So that's what we're hopeful for, but we'll continue to monitor those trends. I do want to point out the density altitude is right around 6,400 feet, which is incredibly high for what we see typically at Fiesta. So be aware of that, how that's going to impact your equipment and your system as you're flying. So the main points are going to be is that the winds will turn as you go aloft. We do have this profiler system, and we've got QR codes at the base of the towers. If you
Good afternoon, everybody. This is Bayman Gaming. We are having a surprise flight tonight. We weren't supposed to fly today, but my dance rehearsal got canceled. Looks like it'll be just me and Chips today here in Fayetteville, North Carolina. Tomorrow we'll be in Chapel Hill.
The LiDAR system are in the north, so
if
those are melded together. You'll see that you can see that when I'm showing this profiler, the lowest 500 feet has a lot of resolution to it, and then above it we do not have as much resolution. That's because this lowest 500 feet is LiDAR information, and the stuff above it is all wind profiler information. So it's two different instruments working together. That's on the north. We also have a LiDAR system on the south end, just behind the Gondola Club there. That is a LiDAR system, so it's only going to go to the lowest 500 feet. But the website information gives you the option for both north and south, and you can view it in either the barb format, or you can also go to the table if you prefer that direction there. Like I mentioned, we're still watching the speed layer right around 1,000 feet, but it has continued to moderate. It's down from about 40 knots to about 25, but we're going to continue to monitor that. Okay, with that, this morning I have Ashlyn and Ace with the pieball in the back. Do we have any launch directors in the area to give them permission to launch? And while they're launching that, if you have a youngster that would like to be a weather helper, see one of our weather team members throughout the week, and we can get them signed up for that. We prefer to know a little bit ahead of time and get that all scheduled. While we're watching the pieball, I want to give a shout out to Duncan Who's back again this year with the weather team here as well, and doing the weather radio loop. And Don Day has joined the weather team this year, and he's up here on the tower as well.
pilot's briefing.
Yep.
And we get that. So the directions back to the directors over our opening day deals here. So the game plan here, as we heard, and it's going to be pretty good. We talked about the density altitude being a little higher, so taking care of that. Definitely warmer. And the good news is that the winds are calming down, which we said we would hope for. And we heard that there could be a very shallow box. But basically the winds are going to be coming out of the south. There may be a that wide open space you were talking about. So there might be a direction there, but there's the northerly drainage flow is typical here. Is not here. It's out another 5-10 miles. It's trying to set up. We're not sure we can get it. So when the sun actually pops over the sand dunes, we'll really be able to see what things happen.
Right, the sun mixes in.
And all this starts mixing in.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I think most people the pilots understand that they're just around. We as balloonists, we feel micro.
Right, very
small.
micro.
5 to 10 miles at the most. I just saw something come across the Cetus. They said there's no wind, and that's only about 12 miles.
Yeah.
It's right side of the mountains.
Exactly.
So, as a pilot, you really want to be cognizant of that.
Aware of what's out there.
Yes.
But very, very cognizant of the micro. Yeah, and I tell people, you watch the TV weather, right? And I'm talking about weather for the state and the big deals and sometimes even the weather stuff you can find online, and it says, "Oh, Tuesday is going to be freezing." Well, but what part of Tuesday? Right, because they're making a statement for one part of the day, and it changes every 15 minutes.
And then we have the canyon down south. So a lot of times, as pilots, you know, when you go out with the top balloon fiesta, you're going to go out and fly, you got family out of town, you call the right flight service. It's kind of funny sometimes. It's, oh, there's no issues. Well, we didn't figure out. So we have that didn't affect us at all.
Yeah, the only time you worry about things that are that far off is if there's like some major thunders. Because
they get out from.
Yeah, and we've seen those go hundreds of miles. So we're all always cautious of that. The yellow flag is still up. We'll be Henry was just Bluemeister Henry Rosenbaum was just about to start giving folks the actual game plan here. So we'll hear that shortly. And they will either change that flag to green, they'll leave it on good at this. Predicting what's going to sell and how many. So we are pilots checking out their burners, making sure that they're clean up in the air, which will also impact the weather here just a little bit, not as much as the sun. So we are now just a couple of minutes away from our national anthem, our flyover. And so let's toss it down to our public address announcer, Mr. Bill Royal, for the call of our national anthem.
From the Main Street stage, and welcome to the 52nd Albuquerque International.
Sorry, really cut.
How long have you been?
Pretty sure it's just a picture of a balloon in a standard.
Ladies, was it a success?
Hi. Oh, I love it. And I love that he did a bunch of different styles, and he's more than a t-shirt, and then he's got different jackets, and they're so sweet. His crew, other sleeves. He's got, because his crew, you're appreciated. See? Hashtag you're appreciated, because he loves his crew. He works hard. We love it.
You know, crew member, other than your jacket.
I mean, it's so much fun just getting to watch a pilot. I think it's a great pilot, and so many flies.
Yeah, we got no wind.
How long
right
have you
now.
been piloting?
I don't even have my mooring rope on.
Celebrate my 2 years.
You celebrate 2 years? I thought like 25 years, 50 years, but we celebrate 2 years.
And then I'll be a commercial pilot for a year at the end of this.
folks out there about Albuquerque and the Balloon Fiesta?
Get here, buy flights, and have fun.
Couldn't say any better than that, Nicholas. Back to you.
Thanks, Dan. We should also mention that Dick Abrams, who she was just talking to, he's one of our Balloon Fiesta camera pilots.
Yes.
So later in the week, he'll be flying the camera for us on 4 days. So we look forward to that as well. So we are now just a couple of minutes away from our national anthem. More and more of those pilots checking out their burners, making sure that they're ready to heat up the air, which will also impact the weather here just a little bit, not as much as the sun will. So we are now just a couple of minutes away from our national anthem, our flyover, and so let's toss it down to our public address announcer, Mr. Bill Royal, for the call of our national anthem.
From the Main Street stage, and welcome to the 52nd Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta, powered by ExxonMobil. It's almost time for the official opening ceremonies for this year's Fiesta, featuring Albuquerque's own formation flight team, Chili Flight, with their signature red and green lights and smoke coming in from the north and then again from the east to west as they circle back around. Now, the winds are a little brisk, so we'll raise the colors, but we won't actually be raising the balloons of the day first. Those would be the Fiesta balloons and the ExxonMobil Enchanted Horizons. But right now, please welcome to sing our national anthem, a wife and mother of two who proudly leads the music at her local Sagebrush campus, Nicole Chapman.
It's all you, Chips.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight
It's over. And we're off, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, incredible. How about that for an opening day, huh?
We created our own thermal over the
We did. Yeah, you can see all the heat going up. The Chili Flight Express over there. Great national anthem here. So all the burners heading off. Yeah,
burner seconds ago.
Burner seconds ago. And by the way, those chili flight guys are going to kind of, obviously we're going to the south.
Yep.
They're going to swing around to the east, and they'll come back over the field from the east here in just a couple of minutes, and we'll pick that up as well. So as we heard from Bill, we're not sending up our balloon of the day balloons right at the moment. The flag is still yellow, so we haven't called anything off yet. We're still kind of waiting, even though sunrise was a few minutes ago officially.
You're not a pilot, you're not a crew member, but you are the horseman and the bumblebee. Why do you do it?
I just like seeing kids happy. I just like making them happy and seeing them like see something they never seen before.
Well, thank you. And you take, what is this, a GoPro?
Yeah, it's a GoPro. Yeah, it's a GoPro camera. So when I'm riding the motorcycle, I get to see everything that I can see. And that right there, that one that she has, the big pole, that's a 360 camera, so she can see all around. So everywhere that we go, everything gets recorded, and it's really, really great memories all around.
I'm going to step aside. I'm going to have you wave and throw a kiss to our audience. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Diane.
Diane's even finding people from
No more balloons standing up. We're should be launching our balloons of the day, the 2 Fiesta balloons and the ExxonMobil balloon. We're seeing our Rainbow Riders balloons. Also, Rainbow Riders, while they have a whole lot of their own balloons in order to be able to operate, they also contract with some other folks. That's the Sundance balloons and the 96.7 balloon as well. So when we see kind of those, the whole line of those, we'll see how much bigger those balloons are than our normal sport balloons.
Correct.
Kind of back to that different
Fly
manufacturers,
straight to
but
the
also
sun.
in different sizes.
Well, and the sizes that most people. When I was here in Albuquerque and did a lot of ballooning, I would be invited to schools and talk to kids about balloons, and they have a million questions about balloons.
Yep.
One of them about the size. It gives. For example, if you were looking at the Fiesta balloon, right? Both of those are.
Either of those, right?
What size are those?
They're 90,000 cubic feet.
So to put that in perspective for our people out there, you could fit.
How big is 90,000 cubic feet?
You can actually fit 90,000 regulation basketballs.
Wow.
Inside of that envelope when that envelope is fully inflated.
So what you're saying is a basketball is about a cubic foot.
Correct. Correct.
Which means when you get to those 220 or those 300,000 cubic foot balloons,
there's probably not that many basketballs in the state of New Mexico.
Probably not.
So.
But it would take 300,000 of
yes.
Or how? Yeah, depending on the size.
300,000. It's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And even more than that, once you fly in that thing, and they fold that all back down into a bag, and you think you've been flying. And there goes the Sundance balloon, our first.
I heard a cheer. And
yes.
I said, that means somebody's going.
I looked right up and saw it going. Yeah.
That means somebody's going. And I was thinking we should be launching the Fiesta balloons first, but they're on the wrong side of the wind. Right. They're on the wrong side of the field for the wind. So we're going to have to launch those ride balloons off just because of the way the wind is going.
I believe that Sundance balloon is probably the furthest north of that group.
Of that
there.
group. Yes, exactly. On the north end, you always take the ones that are downwind out of the way. And so, but now that we've said that, Tristan is getting ExxonMobil in the air as well.
Well, of course he is. And rightfully so.
So when they built that balloon, they built it obviously already having been the presenting sponsor here, and they had a naming contest for that balloon among all of their employees. They did a big reveal and said Horizons is the name that was chosen for that balloon. And you talked about the turning vent. We're seeing the bottom of this. There's the skirt on the bottom. You see how much bigger that basket is on that one. But if we get ExxonMobil back up, you'll see that he's using that turning vent, which you talked about when it lands, but when it's in the air, you want it to rotate so that you see ExxonMobil no matter what angle you're looking at. And there goes the balloon, and there we go. We are now airborne.
We are flying. Yes, we are flying.
We are flying. Oh, the
new New Mexico State balloon from our friends down in Las Cruces.
And so we're airborne with Ray Bear in our balloon camera. So you get a chance to look and see. You can see the different sizes as you look back at the Rainbow Rider balloons. You see the different sizes. You see how they're all kind of lined up there. You see balloons off on the left that are still putting some cold air in. Those are the ones more towards the south end of the field. And Ray is also using a little turning vent, so they're able to kind of move that around, look back our way.
And our governor flying away
as well. Yeah. So they'll, as they get spun around a little farther, we'll get shots of them in the air as well. So they got a little extra room there off them to be able to get them up, and they're going to the spot where there's landing spots.
Yes, out to the northwest, out to our friends in Rio Rancho.
Yep. There's a nice look back at the field. See, we can see over the lip there. That would we'd see the governor and Judy, because that's the basket of the Fiesta Gold. Gold for 50, even though it has turquoise on the balloon.
Correct. And now you're starting to see other balloons starting to lay out to the south.
Yeah.
There's a here that they go through an instructional video, and we call it the three row rule.
That's a tough phrase to say.
It is.
It's not roll off the tongue.
Right, especially at 8 in the morning. So you really don't want to lay out balloons in your balloon. The three rows in front of you.
It's a great shot of Fiesta Gold.
Yes. So we're starting to see that as it comes our way. And I'm noticing a lot of local pilots. I don't see very many people that are from out of town, but again, it's to their own discretion and their own comfort level.
So from this shot from our balloon cam, you see the one that's airborne. That's Connie Wample. That's Mike Hepner flying that. Flying it for Rainbow Riders as part of the concession. His basket is one of those wheelchair configured baskets. So there's a door on the side, you open it up, you allow a wheelchair to roll in, and then part of the side, instead of being wicker, it's going to be on the other side when the balloon turns around. Yeah, that's the balloon. If we stay on it and it gets all the way turned around, you'll see that part of that basket has got plexiglass on it, so that the person in the wheelchair can actually see. When you're in the chair, you can't see over the side, so you can see out the side of the plexiglass. Connie Wample and Mike Hepner. Yeah, we'll get around. And then sometimes, you only turn it part way. We may not be able to see that plexiglass part. And frankly, you may not have that basket underneath there, because you can mix and match, Looks like it's there. Looks like it's there. So, we do this in waves, or at least in this morning, one wave, so we don't have everybody standing up waiting to fly. So we're starting right there in the middle of the field. We'll be working our way.
And if you watch to the west, once they clear this bowl that we're in, it becomes very stable out there.
Yep. Yeah.
Sure if that's that big gray one to the left up there.
That was that radio station.
Yeah, he's kind of making a little turn up there more to the south a little bit, so there's some variability.
Well, we heard from Brad early that if you got into a certain layer there, you might get a little bit to the south.
I can't see your balloon, I can see your shadow though.
Was that it would be that things are a little slower, and that's great. There's been a lot of questions watching the Rainbow Riders balloon take airborne about whether the shapes would fly here or not. We've got about 120 special shapes registered. 20 of them would be here only for Thursday and Friday. The other 100 or so, we'll see them fly, as Ted has talked a few times this morning, about the pilot progression. Some of those pilots will be flying a regular shape throughout the week and then put their special shape up on the Thursday and Friday glow days. So I can't tell you that we're going to see
I know you're going for that water, Chip.
Probably will. Will they stand up? Will they fly? We'll have to wait and see. And here's where we were talking about those sizes. Now, you look at that New Mexico State balloon, and it's just taking off, and you see how much smaller that is than the balloon right next to it. So, yeah.
Well,
and the turning vent to show us the logo.
Yes. And being a Lobo, of course, the Aggies. I'm just joking.
Hey, there's some brand new. It's in there too. Yeah. Oh yeah, I see it from this side. Yeah. And there's what it looks like from the balloon, looking back down at the.
I believe before they get to the river there. I don't think they've passed it yet.
No, I don't think they have.
There you go. There are the Aggies for you down south. All you folks down in Cruces representing up in.
You know, that's one of the things that's got. Not only does he have these riders maybe get the bucket lists. State University of New Mexico, Dos Equis, and a number of other organizations and companies to be able to put their stamp, their logo, their presence on the side of a balloon. And Scott and his team of flyers and pilots takes that airborne. Kind of one of the first ones was the Pueblo Cultural Center balloon, which I see standing up. It's in the line of balloons there. And just recently, as we said, the two universities, Fidelity Investments is another one out there as part of that group. And Pinnacle Propane. Here you go, flying right over the trees.
Yep. Nice and calm and stable down there. So we understand that, Diane, you're afraid to see who you're going to have now down there on the field. But who do you got down there on the field amongst all those balloons, Diane?
How many times have you been here? Hi, I'm here with the Riva Veneta family from Albuquerque. They've been to the Fiesta 6 or 7 times, and I had to talk to these lovely young girls to tell me about the excitement of the balloon fiesta. What is your name, and tell me what your favorite balloon is?
My name's Jimena. My favorite balloon would probably be that one.
The one that you see right in front of her. How do you describe the balloon fiesta to your friends?
Probably really cold, really warm, very fun.
Very fun. Cold, warm, and fun. What do you like best about the balloon fiesta?
I really like that there's a bunch of people crowded and they love the balloons and they're so happy.
I agree with you too. I love the balloons, but I love all the people like you, right? Just as you like them and I like you. That's why I stopped to see you, because you have an adorable smile. And what do you like about them?
Oh, nice.
What I like about the balloon fiesta is all the colorfulness and all the balloons that go up. It's rather you will go up or you won't go up. Like the mystery, that's all. And Mom, what do you think?
The community. It feels like a great big community here, doesn't it? And I bet you would not miss it. Aren't we lucky to live here in New Mexico to see the balloons?
Yes. Yes. A lot of people have to come here.
And we just have to get out of bed.
Yeah.
Everybody look for him, kids. Yeah. To you.
Thanks, Diane. We're getting some great shots from our balloon camera view. We just saw the beach that she had been talking about all morning. Yes. And the water that we do have, the mighty Rio Grande.
Shows the mud.
Yeah, but getting a chance to just go for your own balloon ride this morning. We were talking about shapes a few minutes ago. There's a couple of them inflating off on the side. The little teddy bear balloon, and I think that's the brain on the right side.
That is the brain balloon.
Is that the brain? That's what it looked like to me.
The other thing I'm seeing down here is, we didn't have a Krispy Kreme glow this morning. There are a tremendous amount of those people that participated in their own.
Yeah, there was just a shot of the Pinnacle balloon. Here's another one of the contracted, Ches 106. Not a radio station here, but one in another.
I believe it's Canadian. If you look at the C there on the balloon, every aircraft that's registered in the United States is registered with an N in front of it.
Right.
And every country has their own.
It's kind of like its license plate.
Correct. And back in the days, the license plates were very big, and they've kind of gotten smaller. This is a larger balloon, so you can see it very well. On most of the normal balloons, it's about the size of a door placard now.
Yeah, I remember when the numbers, you were able to move to smaller N numbers, and like you said, N is only for the United States, but the smaller ones. I kind of miss the big ones. It was a little easier to identify sometimes what that deal was. But yeah. So there's one of those banner numbers, and you see the 612. We talked about 600s. The banner over on the side is in honor of Scott Appleman that we've talked about. So, yep. Let's see, since I think we did a better job, that should be Kyle Laxton flying that balloon that we just saw, the 612 banner, one of the Rainbow Riders pilots. I see Farmers Insurance, that's Rod Baca. He's part of the Krispy Kreme Club. Right next to him, yeah.
Those are two local guys here in Albuquerque. Over there, getting inflated. It was one time called the Fluffin' Stuff, but now it's being flown by Michael Cornflow, and it's now called Airflow. And
I didn't know that was your balloon.
Yeah, it was my balloon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's two more of the ones that Scott brought to us. The Seckies. In fact, that was his favorite balloon that always flies. And right next to it, Meow Wolf, which was brought to us the first time last year. So Damian Curson is flying Dos Equis for us this year. And Meow Wolf as we continue to keep an eye on Connie Wample from our balloon camera up in the Fiesta balloon with Ray Bear.
They get that nice float to the northwest that we talked about earlier. We saw the pipeline.
And here's what it looks like if you're out there on the crown line.
Yes.
Crown line is that rope that's the top center of the guy in the striped shirt there hanging on to it. Just kind of for a stabilization while they're on the ground.
So it's not rolling in the wind.
Yeah.
In that shot previously when they were on the ground, those were all three local pilots from Albuquerque that fly a ton on the west side. I think it was Sean Spiker on the right. I had Keith Catch in the middle and Bob Mass on the left. Those guys have been flying together for years out there.
Yep. Sean's flying the Krispy Kreme banner for us this
Yes,
this
he
year.
is. I believe that's Sheldon, actually.
Looked like it, yeah.
Yes.
Looked like it.
Flying for Rainbow Riders.
And right behind him, one of the Colorado balloons. A couple of those here.
And you see the brain.
Oh, you see the brain right through there, yeah. Yeah.
There's another Canadian. They want you to know it's not the Canadian.
Yeah, you can see the scene, and there's the Indian Pueblo Cultural Center. That balloon was white.
I was about to say when they first inflated, it was the most beautiful white thing out there, and then it got, you know what it got on it?
Adobe.
Enchantment.
Enchantment, yeah.
Yeah, you get dirt from New Mexico on your balloon, it's called
enchantment. Yes.
It's not dirty, it's enchantment.
No. I always thought it was just appropriate because it brings up.
Look at the viewing party down here that they.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Great shots we're bringing you from our balloon camp today. Good job up there, guys.
Absolutely.
So.
And it looks like they're. Ryan, thanks Ryan for what you're doing up there. Thank your pilot too, because I'm sure Ray has a little bit to do with that.
Yeah, Ray's getting us great shots. I got a chance to finally fly with Ray about. Known him for 30, 40 years. In fact, my always story that I always tell about the ring toss that it was pole grab at the time. We were both coming in on the target, and we kind of do a little kiss, and we split the pole. Neither one of us. That's the closest I've been to flying with Ray until I actually got a chance to get in his basket a couple months ago and go for a flight. We landed in this really great field. Turns out that all the gates were locked and we had to carry it out.
Oh.
Yeah.
All that balloon knowledge and you guys still landed behind locked gates.
Look at, there's Ray right there.
Hey.
Yeah.
Good morning, Ray.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, no,
right.
that's all right. That's all right. Just tell me great job. Yeah. So. Yeah, you watch all these guys. They go up about 300 feet. Like you said, they had to kind of get up and climb out. As soon as they get over the bosque, they're dropping down to get in, and if not in the river, at least close to it.
Right.
And then they'll pop back up, continue on out. It's going to be a great day. There goes Meow Wolf. There goes another one of our Rainbow Riders balloons.
Yep.
That one looks like one of the newer ones.
To the bottom left there, yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
It has not been enchanted yet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The other thing, somebody asked the Rainbow Riders guy the other day, are all the Rainbow Riders exactly the same? The answer is no.
No.
There are subtle differences. A lot of them look exactly the same, but there are subtle differences to many of them. Unless you're really up close as well.
They're out there, though. They're way out there.
A number of our regular balloons are. That's one of those, you go to school on the first guys up, you watch and see how they did, what it looked like, where are we going.
Right there on the bottom right. Here, he's the son of the.
They flying like Tomcats and shit.
Brad started flying when he was 6 years old, and his personal private balloon fire into it, and. You know,
pretty pink and white.
Torn idol happens to be Ray Bear.
Well, there you go.
An incredible teacher, instructor, and a wonderful mentor. Diane, who do you have for us out there on the field?
Hi, you guys. I am here with Keith.
Yeah, they're way over there.
And everybody's chasing after him, and he's chasing the wind because his balloon is catch another breeze. But people are chasing after you. Why is that, Keith?
Well, currently I'm leading the points in the Quad A local balloon club. Quad A stands for Albuquerque Aerostat Ascension Association. That Sid Cutter started way back in the day. And we have monthly events, and currently I'm leading the points in it, so people in the club are chasing
You're going to run off now because your balloon is ready to launch. Tell me about the day. Tell me about the day. Tell me about how it is to be a pilot here at Balloon Fiesta.
It's always exciting. The crowds are phenomenal. It's fun to fly here, and we're just excited to be part of it every year.
How many years have you been flying, Keith?
There's at least
this will
like
be my
8 of them.
23rd year at Fiesta.
Are they all the same, or are they different?
No, every flight's
so
different.
bunched up,
every
I
year's
can't
a little
tell.
different, and every flight's different. So we're doing the 3-row rules. If you look downwind, they're launch
they're kind
nose,
of coming this way.
and fully inflated, waiting to go here. So as soon as these few balloons go, I'm gonna have to run and get mine hot and ready to take a flight.
What if I hold on to you? The balloon can't go without
I'll
you.
still
You're
have
the
to go.
pilot.
I can't even see. Like, you're not even on my radar.
How do you find your crew
right
here at Albuquerque?
The crew finds me, actually, and we'll send them a glimpse, but they know what my balloon looks like. A lot of balloons, there's multiples out there that look the same. So it's a good idea for them to have some form of communication. We also have radios to talk to them. Once we land, if the radios aren't working, then we can use our cell phones. So.
And what do you tell your friends about this fiesta?
Come out and enjoy it. There's a lot of events this year, and it's always a fun time.
And catch Keith, because he's the leader. He's the leader.
All right.
Appreciate it. Good luck to you. Have a safe flight.
Okay,
Thank you.
thanks.
Back to you in the studio. Thank you, dear. Keep safe.
Thanks, Diane. Well, we saw a shot a second ago while Diane was talking to Keith of the white X's you were talking about.
Yep. One of those X's out there.
And as a pilot, you really want to try and land there, but sometimes you just can't get in there, and you don't want to
That was a little
disappoint.
tight spot.
Yeah, that was a pretty tight spot.
Today, but always good to see those.
Absolutely.
So.
And as a pilot, and as other pilots out here, it's wonderful to see that, because it makes you feel reassured that you have friends in the area.
Yes.
So.
Because if you think about it, we don't, as aircraft, we don't fly from airport to airport. We fly from some open field to somebody else's open field. And we probably don't own either of those.
No.
So we're always taking off or landing on someone else's property, and we're always appreciative of the ability to do that. And when we have friendly folks, then it makes it even better. So we were talking about different shapes and sizes of balloons and things like that. Here's our first shot of a racer balloon off on the right-hand side with the,
like a Fabergé egg.
Yeah, and the Dunkin' Donuts banner on the side. That's going to be Kelly Cook flying that. And the whole idea of these, I remember, it was to be more competitive, with when you go up fast or you come down fast, the attempt to collapse things off the top. So the guys that are flying the competition seriously, they always want to. Yeah. We need to kill the other audio there. Thanks. It's more cylindrical. It's more cylindrical. It doesn't collapse on there, and so you can maneuver. It's kind of like driving the sports car versus driving the
right, the old family truckster, right?
Yeah. So typically a little bit smaller too, so you don't necessarily fly as many people in it. But we'll see a lot of competition days, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday throughout the week.
I'll be getting tight spaces and make some really sometimes phenomenal terminal descents.
Yeah.
That most people would look at and maybe get their stomachs sick.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Hey, Diane's continuing to do a great job out there on the field and finding a number of interesting people out there. So take it away again, Diane.
Wave to the camera. What a way to ride around Fiesta. A lot of us just on two legs, but these kids know how to do it.
Yeah, they
Wave
are
to
military.
the camera, everybody. We got Bonnie
Maybe
and her
we should
family
get them to
from
come do like the 4th of July
There you go. I mean, you're not having to
event in Nashville.
carry one.
Dad has one, but I have three.
How wonderful is this? What a great idea.
Thank you.
You have your mother here from Tampa.
At 22,
First time here at Fiesta. Describe it. I mean, we can see it ourselves, but say it in your words.
Black Widow.
Oh, it's amazing. It's unbelievable to see all the balloons. And
is it what you expected, or what did you expect?
oh, it's more than I could have expected. We're going up tomorrow in a balloon, so it'll be great. We're excited.
Describe this to everybody.
They're just the
Sure, awesome to see, how big they are up front, up close. Just amazing. And the sounds of the tanks going off, little
birds.
Isn't it wonderful that you can be right a part of it? You're not behind any rope, you're not in any stands, you're right a part of this balloon.
Exactly. So close, right, and they let you get so close to experience. It's an awesome.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And it's pretty convenient with the kids in this little cart, huh? Well, thank you. Have a wonderful Fiesta. Have a wonderful, safe ride tomorrow. Okay, kids, wave, wave.
Smiles on people's faces. That's one of the reasons I did this as a pilot for all those years.
Yeah.
It gives you that warm, fuzzy feeling.
So while Diane was talking, I did see a shot of Freddie the Fox, who's now actually up in the air already. Kelly has got, there it is right there. And just before that shot, we saw the Duncan racer that we were seeing up in the air as well. And I thought I saw, when we were looking at Freddie on the ground, I thought I saw Frankenstein in there. Hey, and there goes the brain.
Yeah, the
we
brain's
can pick up the brain
off.
here.
There
it is. That's a new special shape here. And so, yeah, we are definitely a little slower start here maybe, but we are definitely getting it up and running now. Colin Graham flying intelligent design, even though we're going to call him the brain.
The brain, yeah.
It's the brain. It's the brain.
Well, and I see a clown coming up over here on the... There's a shot from our camera, looking on the west
back.
side.
They're going way in front of us now.
And all that open land.
Yeah.
That's a welcome sight to a lot of pilots as they, fly out that way.
Yeah, make your flight over the river,
Yeah,
drop in
don't
if
go
you can, and
over
not,
there.
then kind of get on the other side there as well. So, I'm going to change this channel here. We're trying to monitor as many different things as we can, but
the airport over there.
I don't need to hear that one through. So,
There, I believe, I think that's Barbara or Peter.
oh yes, with the Roadrunner and Coyote. Yep. Peter's the primary pilot. Barbara is the additional pilot. And the
I don't
Roadrunner
know, it's not
Coyote
even showing me like
Sid built
all
one
the
of
people
those
on the
back
map.
in 1970.
Flying over Albuquerque, that was one of my favorite balloons as a child.
And I just got some fabulous pictures from a guy who was stationed on Kirtland Air Force Base 1973, we took off from the state fairgrounds, which is pretty close to the base.
Yes.
And took off from there and landed on the base. And so he's there at his house. Really cool pictures of the Roadrunner Coyote balloon from 1973. Barbara Fricke made that balloon, one of those experimentals we've talked about, and unveiled that at the 50th Balloon Fiesta. And on that day, you may remember, we did a flew from Coronado Center. And what was really fitting that day is most of the balloons that took off from Coronado, we launched 13, representing the original 13. Most of them made it back here to the field.
Amazing.
So it was just a really nice.
Yeah, they headed out the other way now.
To fly from where it started to where we are today. But Barbara's made that one. Obviously, Barbara and/or Peter is flying. They never tell me who's flying which day, so we'll just
make it a surprise.
Yeah, it's one of the two. Barbara's also on the board of directors.
All right, I hear that Diane is she's been recruited to be a crew member. Is that correct, Diane? Are you crewing now or not doing TV?
Yeah. Hey, finally I found some people who cannot talk to me. Anthony and Kevin. Wait, we're following them. Anthony and Kevin from Albuquerque are crewing, and they're trying to keep this balloon from swaying. What's the name of your balloon? The Captain. So they got a tough job here. Can you talk now?
Yeah, I can talk a little. I've been doing this for 25 years with the same balloonist. In fact, I crewed with his father as well. So, yeah, just...
Looks like you're, what, wrangling a balloon? What are you doing here with your cowboy hat?
Rodeo going on.
Tell me about this.
2024. We got to control these guys. We got to rodeo them up and lasso them up sometimes.
What's going on with that balloon right now with the light?
It's kind of going back and forth a little bit, but not too bad. Just kind of got to read the weather. Got to read the way it's swaying back and forth.
You really look like, it looks like you are in a rodeo. Huh? You got a big steer here.
Yeah. No, we're good. Everything is good. I mean, we got the green flag to fly today, so if you ain't out here, you got to get out here. You got all week. Come out here. It's like you ain't never seen it before. Get on out here and get out here.
Oh shit.
Come on, rodeo.
The Valdez with us.
Thank you. It's fun out here.
Well, I'm sure that Matt Hurst, who's actually the pilot of that balloon, would appreciate that she joined the crew.
There you go. And that his crew can both work the ground line.
At rodeo and talk to Diane.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
What a great opportunity to be able to see that and to be able to talk with them as well.
I'm going to land and get 2 fresh tanks and then fly that out until the sun goes down. I can't see no more.
Yep. So we're still getting. In fact, I think we have most of our ride balloons off now. We're into that Krispy Kreme.
There's a great that shows you the size difference
of the balloons. Yes.
There's on a Superstar balloon in the back. Rainbow Rider could just balloon from the UK.
Yeah, in fact, that UK looks like it might be a 77 or 77,000 cubic foot.
Right.
And the Arizona one is probably 220,000 cubic feet. So yeah, you can put a couple of those in there. You know, we actually did that one year.
Yes.
Not during Fiesta,
nope.
But we took a small balloon and inflated it inside a large balloon and then took off with the large balloon, so we're flying a balloon inside a balloon. Our former here,
we got winds down below now.
He was the one inside the balloon. There's a great video out there on YouTube about that. It's good. I think I just saw Sean Spiker. You mentioned him earlier.
Yes.
And that looks like Cameron Wall's balloon right there.
Yeah, right off the right.
Yeah.
He's definitely catching a breeze. To catch a breeze is a gift.
Yeah. Well, when your name is to catch.
Okay, the winds have completely gone. What the F? down here at ground level.
Not a shot now, but one of the new special shapes, I believe, is Frankie.
Frankenstein. Frankenstein. He got off away. We did have a shot of it earlier. Yep. That green one that just left out of the shot there with the butterfly on it. That's called Vivian Amanda Rodnick, who's the women's championship champion too.
Y'all getting these kind of crazy wins at the level 2?
Is that the clown blue you were asking about before?
And then
Olaf.
Yes, Olaf. And so that they're from Germany. That's what the D represents on their head number.
Well, it's D.
Identification.
Yeah.
Whoa. There was no win when we took off at all.
And you know, we get caught up in that. Like we it's always the end number for us because we fly U.S. registered balloons, you know, and so it's.
Looking at the chat here, there's individual noticed that there was no mass ascension on Mondays. Not since we start our competition, but there is where the non-competitors do take on the field on Mondays. So it's kind of a mini mass ascension. They still call it that.
Still half the balloon.
Yes.
Which means it's still 300 going off out of here.
Which is typically 298 more than what you see around the country in most places.
Yeah.
And I hear you're involved with wildlife out there on the field.
I'm walking with you. Where are you going? We got. She's working hard. She won't let me hold her. What are you gonna do? Pardon me?
All right, I'm gonna refill my tank.
So you are what's called a zebra. Why are you called that, I wonder?
We can be easily identifiable in the zebra stripes.
How many times do people take pictures of you, Elisa?
Oh, lots of times.
Why are you wearing a tutu here at the Balloon Fiesta?
To hide my big butt.
What do you like about being a launch director?
Oh, I love it. I love the pilots.
We got
I
another
love
one?
the people. I love the help with this. So,
What do you think of this morning?
well, it would have been nice if we had a little bit better weather, but hey, we're getting some balloons out of here, so that's a good thing.
Okay. You're working hard, so you're gonna go run. Can you go gallop away? Go gallop. We'll show you galloping away.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you said this.
Okay, Elisa Bustamante, longtime Albuquerque resident, and she's been doing the launch director zebra stuff for us for a very long time. Always a great friend. There's the Creamland balloon, the Moo Crew balloon, different from the Arabelle cow, who was out at Ernie Pyle. Inflating there, and that little blue one, is that?
Oh, hell yeah.
Have the little bird off to the right back.
Oh,
here we come in, looking for a landing
yeah,
spot.
we're looking for a spot. We're definitely out in Rio Rancho. Look at the people out there.
Well, this wind got crazy all of a sudden. Like, what the hell?
One of the two high schools out in Rio Rancho.
Yep, right there in front of us.
Oh, yeah, there it is. There it is.
I would bet he's looking for that road right there.
Weird shit going
that one or the
on,
one on the other side? When I fly out that way, I kind of want the one on the other side. That's a pretty busy road. It's kind of the main east-west all the way out on the north side of Rio Rancho. So, yeah, I'm not sure I would go that road. I'd go over the high school and drop on the other side. Well, there's the little bird. Yeah, on the right-hand side there.
Right to the right.
Dude, what's up with the wind?
Not Yoda. Let's see here.
I'm gonna spawn back in, yo. Very good.
And right in the middle is one of the fractal balloons. Jonathan Wolf used to tie-dye balloons. Take fabric, tie-dye them, cut them into balloons. Then he started working with Kubitschek to actually print fractals on the fabric and actually print on them. So he's continued to work with folks on that. So. Rancho, here they come.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, that little guy there that we're looking at, that's actually Pico. That's Andrew Polly from the United Kingdom.
Oh.
Looks like he's trying to, There's always another shot. You look down and you take pictures of your shadow.
Yeah, when I was taking a road, I would say land on that road in the general vicinity to make it easier for the crew.
Yes. But there's one right on the north side of that school too, having flown out there a lot.
I can remember the days where there was no schools and no roads.
Yes. Yep. There's Basil Booth.
Oh, I'm trying to see something real quick.
Use the turning van. Show us your face.
There we go.
I'm not sure if there's one on that balloon.
There is.
Is there?
Yeah, there is. It's got the eyes and the white mouth. Yeah. We're looking at the back of Basil Booth's head. Laurent Lahoy from France is flying that for us. But he's not listening, obviously, so he's just going to fly away.
He's going to do what he
Watch
loves.
what he's flying. Watch where he's going.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Great shot of the field.
We just keep sending them up.
It seems like it's stabilized a lot more out there now.
Yeah, definitely. Well, even these flags that we've been watching right here in front of us, they're actually kind of, they've switched.
Yes.
Directions kind of blowing
There's
around the other way.
Right there.
Yeah.
That's what we're seeing.
Yeah, that's right off the stage here. So those, you can't even see them because they're hardly even moving. The flags are hardly even moving. So. But was Floating Oasis, right, was in the center of the shot when we were looking out.
There goes
Greg Lindsay and Boo Crew. Not sure if Dale is flying that one. Maribel cow for us, but they have this small one. There's actually a couple of these. I thought we were on Saturday.
I know. We're talking about Monday. No Mass Ascension, but Monday is New Mexico Day as well.
Yes, it is.
So if you're a New Mexican resident, you have a ID.
Utility bill, something?
Utility bill, yeah. You come to the gate and you can get in for free. So looking forward to that.
Yeah, just stop by the ticket booth on your way.
Boy,
They'll
in
give
the back
you
back
a
there.
kind of a souvenir.
I
New
see
Mexico
it.
ticket.
Yes.
Yeah, Bubba's 33.
All right.
There's a sister.
Come on through, brother.
Natasha Stanky.
Yes.
She always says, I'm not Ron. And the way
I
we can
know.
tell them apart is those little
Man, let's go meet him, man.
Minutes at the bottom.
Yes. I think Natasha took the band and then he put them on something.
Yeah. Those are actually the old Wells Fargo balloons.
Yes, the one that Natasha flew is the one that I flew.
Is that the one? Yeah.
Right over Cleveland.
Oh, there's more down there. Holy shit.
Roof inspection.
Uh-oh.
Don't be late for class.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. The tribe's
Good thing
coming
it's
back.
Saturday. Good thing it's Saturday.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's very stable out there. Look how nice.
Yeah,
and
look at
smooth
they're gonna have a great landing.
Yo.
Like I said, there's a number of roads right
shit.
there and lots of nice wide.
Things
open
just got
spaces.
serious around here, boys. Oh,
And there goes
shit.
is that Jaybird?
Yeah, welcome again, guys. How are y'all? How are y'all?
No, that's not Jaybird.
Uh-oh.
That's the other.
The boys are back in town. The tribe is back in town. My balloon is going there. Hell yeah.
I believe we have Judy Nakamura and our governor, Diane.
Tell that your son. Right, he's part of the team. Do this, and then he's trying to get him.
You're not a pilot.
I believe we have Judy Nakamura and our governor flying away.
As
Man, I gotta get a shot of this,
so
y'all.
they'll, as they get spun around a little farther, we'll get
Do
shots
y'all
of them in
thing.
the air
I'm gonna be right
as
here.
well. So they got a little extra room there off that. be able to get them up, and they're going to the spot where there's landing spots.
Yes, out to the northwest, out to our friends at Rio Rancho.
Yeah. There's a nice look back at the field so you can see. And there's looking over.
You can see.
We can see over the lip there. That way we'd see the Governor and Judy, because that's the basket of the Fiesta Gold. Gold for 50, even though it has turquoise on the bottom.
Correct. And now you're starting to see other balloons starting to lay out to the south.
Yeah.
There's for the pilots that come out here, they go through an instructional video, and they call it the three-row.
Well, live weather, y'all.
That's a tough phrase to say.
I think they know, Chips. I think they know.
At 8 in the morning.
It's all live weather.
So you really don't want to lay out and go cold in your balloon until the 3 rows in front of you.
It's a great shot of Fiesta Gold.
Yeah, look at that. That's crazy, y'all.
So we're starting to see that as it comes our way.
And a little video of that. Going in the live balloon.
Look at their own discretion.
So from this shot from our balloon cam, you see that's Mike Kepner flying that. Flying his basket is one of those.
Oh my God, he was that right now.
And then part of the side is this big quick on the other side. Part of that basket has got plexiglass on it, so that the person in the wheelchair can actually see. When you're in the chair, you can't see over the side, so you can see out the side of the plexiglass. But that's Cotty-Wobble and Mike Kepner. Yeah, he'll get around. And then sometimes, you only turn it part way. So we may not be able to see that plexiglass part. And frankly, he may not have that basket underneath there. Because you can mix and match, Looks like it's there.
Yeah. Looks like it's there.
So we do this in waves, or at least in this morning, one wave. So we don't have everybody standing up waiting to fly. So we're kind of starting right there in the middle of the field, and we'll be working our way.
The balloon drive.
And if you watch to the west, once they clear this bowl that we're in, it becomes very stable out there.
Yep. Yeah. Look at that.
I'm not sure if that's looking.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that big gray one to the left up there.
The radio station.
Yeah, he's kind of making a little turn up there more to the south a little bit. So there's some variability.
Well, we heard from Brad early that if you got into a certain layer there, you might get a little bit to the south. But the report back to the pilots was that it would be that things are a little slower, and that's great.
We got 5.
There's been a lot of questions about shapes on the YouTube chat here. Airport about whether the shapes will fly here or not. We've got about 120 special shapes registered. About 20 of them will be here only for Thursday and Friday. The other 100 or so fly, as Ted has talked a few times this morning about at pilot's discretion. Some of those pilots will be flying a regular shape throughout the week and then put their shape up, their special shape up on the Thursday and Friday glow days. So I can't tell you that we're going to see shapes. We probably will. Will they stand up? Will they fly? We'll have to wait and see what that particular pilot decides to do. And here's where we were talking about those sizes. Now, you look at that New Mexico State balloon there, and it's just taking off, and you see how much smaller that is than the balloon around right next to it. So, yeah.
And being a Lobo, of course, the Aggies are smaller. I'm just joking.
Hey, there's a brand new UNM balloon as well.
It's right in between there.
It's in there too, yeah.
It's right
Oh yeah, I see it from this side, yeah. And there's what it looks like from the balloon, looking back down at the Bosque.
The Bosque, right before they get to
No, I don't think they have.
There you go. There's the Aggies for you down south. All you folks down the cruises.
That's one of the things that Scott Appleman at Rainbow Riders has done. Not only has he run this ride business where people to get their bucket lists checked off. He has worked with organizations like New Mexico State, the University of New Mexico, Zeki's, and a number of other organizations and companies to be able to put their stamp, their logo, their presence on the side of a balloon. And Scott and his team of flyers and pilots takes that airborne for us. They kind of, I don't know if it was one of the first ones, was the Indian Pueblo one. I see standing up. And just recently, as we said, the two university balloons. And Pinnacle Propane. There you go, flying right over the trees.
Yep. Nice. So we understand that Diane, I'm almost afraid to see who you're going to have now down there on the field. But who do you got down there on the field amongst all those balloons, Diane?
How many times have you been here? Oh, hi. I'm here with the Riva Veneta family from Albuquerque. They've been to the Fiesta 6 or 7 times, and I had to talk to these lovely young girls to tell me about the excitement of the Balloon Fiesta. What is your name, and tell me what your favorite balloon is? The one that she sees right in front of her. Tell me, how do you describe the Balloon Fiesta to your friends?
Probably really cold, really warm, very fun.
Very fun. Cold, warm, and fun. What do you like best about the Balloon Fiesta?
I really like that there's a bunch of people standing and
You too. I love the balloons, but I love all the people like you. Right? Just as you like them, and I like you. That's why I stopped to see you, because you have an adorable smile.
You just hit the tree there.
What I like about the Balloon Fiesta is all the colorfulness and all the balloons that go around.
Make sure you charge the customer for your hard work. I see 5 of us right now.
Back to you.
Thanks, Diane. We're getting some great out all morning. And the water that we do have, the mighty Rio Grande.
Put her toes in the mud.
Yeah, she could. But yeah, getting a chance to just go for your own balloon ride this morning. We were talking about shapes a few minutes ago. There's a couple of them inflating off on the side.
That's how it happens. You take off in one spot and then everybody spreads out.
The brain? What does it look like to me?
Good thing I'm seeing you. We didn't have a Krispy Kreme this morning.
Yes. Yeah, there was just a show. Back in Chaz 106, not a radio station here.
Yeah, he caught a wind ahead of me. I'm just tree topping right now.
Back in the days,
Coming closer than
Yeah, I
trees.
remember when they were able to move to smaller end numbers.
No, not at all.
The
It's
smaller
crazy.
ones. I kind of miss the big ones. It was easier to identify sometimes. What that was. Yeah.
checking off their bucket list.
So there's one of those banner numbers, and you see the 612.
We got one way over there. Like, that's how it works, man. It's crazy.
In honor of Scott
It's supposed to be calm wind. Lied to us. Boom.
Here's two more of the ones that Scott brought to us. Dos Equis, in fact, that was his favorite balloon for his fly. And right next to it, Meow, which was Damien Curson is flying Equis for us.
I see power towers about 12 to 11 o'clock on us. And 10 o'clock.
Here's what it looks like if you're out there on the crown line. The crown line is that rope that's attached to the top center of the striped shirt there, hanging onto it. Just kind of for stabilization while they're on the ground. Yeah. Sean's flying the Krispy Kreme banner for us. Yes, he is. Looked like it, yeah. Looked like it. Right behind him are the Colorado balloons. A couple of those here. Oh, you see the braid right through there? Yeah. Yeah.
Another Canadian. They want you to know it's not the Canadian red, but it's Mexico.
Yeah, and you see the sea just coming out of the picture, and there's the Indian Public Cultural Center. That balloon was white.
I was about to say when they first inflated it, was the most beautiful white thing out there. It got
enchantment. Yeah.
We get dirt for the next one.
Enchantment.
It's not dirty, it's enchantment.
I always thought it was just appropriate because it brings up.
Look at the viewing party down there.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Great shots from Canadian. Yeah, raised it. I got a chance to know him. That's the closest I've been to flying with Randall. I actually had a chance to do this months ago. South of the answer.
I got a northeast track now, to the southwest.
Still landed behind Long Beach.
There are some power towers ahead. It's like about 2 spans or 2 rows. It's literally going from 9 to 3 o'clock. So you got to bear awareness ahead of you here shortly.
Yeah, you watch all these
I
guys.
gotta
They
get
go up, they
better
go up about
position in
300
my
feet.
view so I can
Says
see
they have to
better.
get up and climb out. As soon as they get over the bosque, they're dropping down to get in. And if not in the river, at least close to it. Back up, continue on out. It'll be a great day. There goes Meow. The other thing, somebody asked the Rainbow Riders guys the other day, all the Rainbow Riders, is that the same? The answer was no. They're
three roll rules. If you look downwind, they're launch nose, and my balloon is sitting.
You got power tires along the far side of the road edge.
As soon as these new balloons go, I'm gonna have a run and get mine.
Got another balloon? Really?
The crew finds me actually, and we'll send them a glimpse of what my balloon looks like. A lot of balloons, there's multiples out there that look the same, so it's a good idea for them to.
I'm only seeing 5.
Communication.
What am I missing here?
On board that we can talk to them. Once
This
we
dude's
land,
skewing.
radios aren't working, then we can use them.
Murray's
What
skewing.
do you tell your friends
Skewing,
about
or whatever
this
you call it, skewing. I only see 5,
Come
bro.
out and enjoy it. There's a lot of events this year.
He disappeared. He's probably coming back.
Good luck to you on a safe flight. Back to you in the studio.
I mean, I still got 68% fuel. I went refueling them when they all started coming in the picture, so like a brand new flight.
And as a pilot,
I don't know. I might have to push back the time from 30 minutes behind the normal, because that's when everybody kind of gets on. Well, I know you got, your Eastern time. I'm gonna try to see something real quick. I'll be back. I'm not leaving the flight. I'll be back. That's all I see. Oh, this is 5. Am I tripping? I know they got a PBT. I think that's what's generic. Yeah, I only see. Oh, way up there. Holy crap! Look. We got 6. Beautiful. We need about Gustavo.
To ride around Fiesta. A lot of us just on 2 legs, but these kids know how to do it. Wave to the camera, everybody. We've got Bonnie and her family from Albuquerque. Bonnie, way to go. I mean, you're not having a cute. Well, Dad has to carry one.
Dad has one, but I'm hands-free.
Great idea.
Thank you.
Look at that.
Yes, and describe it. See it. Say it in your words. What you expected, or what did you expect?
It's more than I could have expected. We're excited.
Describe this to everybody.
They're just
How big they are up front, up close.
Wonderful that you can be right a part of it. Convenient with the kids in this little car, huh? with you. Have a wonderful
Smiles on people's faces. That's one of the reasons I did this as a pilot course. Yeah. It gives you that more fuzzy feeling.
So while Diane was talking, I did see a shot of Freddie the Fox, who's now actually up in the air already. Kelly's got there it is right there. And just before that shot, we saw the Duncan racer that we were seeing up in the air as well. And I thought I saw when we were looking at Freddie on the ground, I thought I saw Frankenstein in there. Hey, and there goes the brain.
Yeah, the brain's taking
brain
off.
here. There it is. That's a new special shape here for us. Yeah, we are definitely a little slower start here maybe, but we're definitely getting it up and running now. Colin Graham flying intelligent design.
There's a shot from our camera.
Looking back,
yeah, looking back. And all that open
Yeah, make your flight over the river, drop in if you can, and kind of get on the other side there as well. So. We're trying to monitor as many different things as we can, but now we've got a one of these. I don't need to hear that. So
there, I believe that's Barbara or Peter.
Oh yes, with the Roadrunner and Coyote. Yeah, Peter's the primary pilot. Barbara is additional pilot, and the Roadrunner Coyote balloon. Sid built one of those back in 1973. Sid Cutter, the founder.
I remember flying over Albuquerque. That was one of my favorite balloons as a child.
And I just got some fabulous pictures from when I was stationed on Kirtland Air Force Base in 1973. And in 1973, we took off from the State Fairgrounds, which is pretty close to the base, and took off from there. Took off from there and landed on the base. And so he's there, and he's got all these great pictures. Barbara freaking made that and unveiled that at the 50th. And all that we did Friday looked like we were most of them made it back.
You know, it's crazy. The more balloons you have, and when they're in a close proximity, you can actually the balloons can actually do like a slight visual of how the winds are at different levels. It's kind of crazy, bro, if you actually look at it.
Is that correct, Diane? Are you crewing now or not doing TV?
Yeah. Hey, finally I found some people who cannot talk to me. Anthony. They're crewing and they're trying to keep this balloon from swaying. What's the name of your balloon? The captain. So they got a tough job here. Can you talk now?
Yeah, I can talk a little. I've been doing this for 25 years with the same balloonist. In fact, I crewed with his father as well. We gotta control these guys. We gotta roll them up and lasso them up sometimes.
What's going on with that balloon right now?
It's kind of going back and forth a little bit, but not too bad.
You really look like you are in a
Chapel Hill, North Carolina. 8:30 Central Standard Time in the morning. And more than likely same thing tomorrow evening. 8:30 p.m. So same time as tonight, tomorrow. Lord, I just confused myself.
Working the ground line and rodeo and talk to Diane.
Yeah. Great be able to them as well. Yep.
There's a great shot right
Oh, yes.
Larger Arizona Superstar in the back. That's a rainbow rod.
Yeah, in fact, that UK looks like it might be a 77 or 77,000 cubic foot. 1,000 cubic feet. So yeah, you can put a couple of those in there. You know, we actually did that one year.
Yes.
Not during Fiesta, but we took a small balloon and inflated it inside a large balloon, and then took off with the large balloon. So we're flying a balloon inside a balloon. Our former executive director here just retired and is actually just been filling in as an interim. He was the one inside the balloon flying that, and so there's a great video.
I thought we lost one.
It's good. So I think I just saw Sean Spiker. You mentioned him earlier.
Yes.
And that looks like Cameron Wall's balloon right there.
Yeah, that's Cameron. He's definitely catching a breeze. To catch a breeze.
Yeah, well, your name is to catch. And the butterfly in the background there too.
I think for our special shape friends, not the shot now, but one of the new special shapes, I believe, was Frankie. Right? Frankenstein balloon.
Frankenstein. He got off away, and we did have a shot of it earlier. Yep. That green one that just left out of the shot there with the butterfly on. 2 years in a row, I guess. Now. Flying that one. Is that the clown balloon you were asking about before?
And then
Olaf.
Yes, Olaf. So that they're from Germany. That's what the D represents on their.
Oh, wrong button. There was one. I just didn't see that one.
Yes. Identification.
Yeah.
Aircraft.
And you know, folks we get caught up in that. Like we it's always the end number for us because that's what we fly.
It's crazy.
Looking at the chat here, there was an individual said that noticed that there was no mass ascension on Mondays, and there is not because
I'm trying to see any fields.
There is where the non-competitors do take off.
I mean, they got the solar panel place we can come destroy and run into.
Still half the balloon.
Yes.
Look at
means
this,
it's
man. Look
still
how beautiful that is.
going
No, don't disappear yet. I'm gonna use this. There you go. I'm gonna use this as like some film.
Diane, I hear now you're involved with wildlife out there on the field.
I'm walking with you. Where are you going? Woo! We got Lisa. She's working hard. She won't let me hold her. What are you going to go do now, Lisa?
Pardon me?
Where are you going?
I'm going over to this balloon to get it hot. We have a launch director there.
So you are what's called a zebra. Why are you called that, I wonder?
We can be easily identifiable with the zebra stripes.
How many times do people take pictures of you, Lisa?
Oh, lots of times.
Why are you wearing a tutu here at the Balloon Fiesta?
To hide my big butt.
What do you like
Very
about being a
nice.
launch director?
Very
I
nice,
love
y'all.
the pilots. I love the people. I love being able to help with this.
That's definitely highlight material. That's gonna look so nice.
You're working hard, so you're gonna go run. Can you? Gal, we'll show you galloping away.
Oh yeah. Okay. Lisa Bustamante, longtime Albuquerque resident, and she's been very long time. Always a great.
Somehow, everybody got ahead of me.
A balloon, the Moo Crew balloon.
Isn't that crazy how that works?
Who was out at Ernie Pyle Middle School yesterday, bro.
I'm going to burn out all of my propane, and then I'm going to switch to my other tanks.
One of our green shapes is...
Yeah, right past the neighborhood. There's a lot of spots out here.
Yeah, we're looking for a spot. We're definitely out rear range.
Just know it's going to get more difficult. I forgot to add Delaware to the list too. Just Lord have mercy. So we're going to kind of adapt to that. I mean, it's not much you can fly in Delaware. Like Dover, Delaware is like the only fucking place I really have down. But there's some places up in the Northeast that we'll be going, like Jersey and New York and DC. Like it's gonna be hard because them landing spots, and then half it's gonna be like forest and ocean. But hey, we love a challenge, right?
Well, there's the little bird. Yeah, on the right-hand side there.
Damn.
And right in the middle is one of the fractal balloons. Used to tie-dye balloons. Take fabric.
See, I don't know if you can see, but on my fuel it says 49%. I haven't switched to my other tanks yet, okay? But look, this tank's open. See this little red? See how it's in the red? Right? So this one's about to go out. See how this one's in the red? This one's about to go out. Now watch. This one here, these are green. Check this out. Watch this. Just watch that red needle, or the blue needle on the red.
That little guy there that we're looking at, that's actually Pico. That's Andrew Polly from the United Kingdom. Another shot. You look down and take pictures of your shadow.
I was thinking the road.
I don't know if you can tell.
Yes. But there's one right on the north side of that side.
I'm at 48% fuel. Let's check this one. What's this one look like? Same thing, right?
There's Basil Booth.
I just don't want to overburn. I'm already 6,000 feet in the air. I need to go down some. I'm trying to show you something like.
Use the turning band. Show us your face.
That's how you can tell on your tanks, and it's actually interactive with close enough to what in real life. Man, I haven't even gone nowhere, bro. I've just been kind of chilling in the air. I'm just burning that test fuel right now just to kind of show the example of this.
We just keep sending them. Well, even these flags that we've been watching right here in front of us, they're actually they've switched. The direction's kind of blurred around there.
It still says I'm at 48%. By now, I should have dropped some more fuel, right? So technically, I'm burning the reserve fumes right now in my tanks. Still at 48%.
the ticket booth on your way. They'll give you a kind of a souvenir to Mexico.
Just trying to show y'all a hack on your fuel on your balloon. So if you ever like come to the point where you're stuck in the middle of nowhere, like happens a lot, just showing you something. This is for emergency purposes only. Alright, so boom. Now I have no more, right? Got no more fuel coming out of that. So apparently that didn't go all the way like it's supposed to. So that's okay. So now we'll turn this on.
Is that the one? Yeah.
Alright. No rush, because, you know, we were burning before it went out. Now, we don't see a flame, so no big deal. Hit that pilot button. Hit that one, and there you go. Now, I see y'all over there. What y'all doing? Y'all better get a room. Good. So now you're going to watch the fuel went down to 43%. So it was at 48, but down to 43. So the reason why I'm showing you that is you have 6 to 7% burn time after your propane tanks are empty in emergency case. So just know that you have a little bit of lifeline after your fuel goes down to 0% per se. New balloon at the airport. Holy shit. Oh shit, okay. What's up, JP?
It's called BERS, the Bavarian Ibex. And that would be Nils Grummeling from Germany. That's a new balloon for us this year. It's actually Nils' first year here.
Now we have sober balloon.
Oh yeah, being overseen by Olaf.
Yes. Making sure that old man Gloom perhaps, well, he's going to get burned, but just on the inside.
You know what I always, what I love about this Zober balloon, when it's standing up and you're looking straight up at the bottom, at the bottom part of that, it says burn him. And it's like, what kind of instructions is that for a pilot to have burn him on the bottom? You don't want to burn the fabric.
You definitely don't want to tell a balloon pilot to burn something.
No,
they definitely would, right?
They would. When they get to Zober standing up, we'll talk more about it. Yeah. Let's see. There's a new one for us too. Yeah, that's cyber. Oh, look, here's the other side of the building.
Great shot.
Isn't that a great shot? Yeah. An opportunity to fly right along, check out the river, check out the Cleveland High School in Rio Rancho.
Alright, so we got 7 balloons.
He might. Great
Welcome,
shot.
welcome, welcome.
Seeing all the balloons coming that way. All right, well, let's head back out to Diane and see who she's corralled this time, right?
I like getting people when they're at their busiest. I've got Adam Applesire from India.
All right, this is Al Appenzeller in Lindstrom balloon. Got my crew in here with me today. We're going to have a wonderful flight. We hope everybody has fun watching us.
Take the microphone with you. Oh, I think he's taking off. He's taking off. We're going to show him. We got Elisa back, launching.
Here we go, okay? Do not, it's got to come down, stay up.
Hey, bring them all. Everybody welcome, man. All balloons. As long as you got good vibes, bro, I don't give a shit. Y'all come fly away.
It's pretty heavy. Definitely heavy. You guys ready?
Are we going to cheer when they take off?
Absolutely.
We heard the whistle, everybody. Oh.
It's pretty exciting.
the warmth of that burner. That's nice. Bye. All right. Come on. Woo! There goes Al Applesire from Indiana. From Iowa. Al! Al!
Then Indianola.
There you go.
Or Iowa, I should say. I'm sorry.
So there you are, up close and personal, just as if you
Them
were
motherfuckers be dropping like we be doing sometimes, bro. Look at them, they just be dropping, and you think they going out, and they come right back up. Boop. That's so awesome. And like they know how, and these people know how to fly, bro. This is pretty cool about it.
They
don't have their own styles.
I'm sure they kind of work the north end as well. Here comes our landing.
There's the landing on a road.
Of course, it's Ray.
Yes.
Yeah. I told you that one time we landed in the middle of this great green grass field. Unfortunately, we didn't know that the gates were locked. I told you there was a nice road on
I said we will be back at it tomorrow morning, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time, North American time zone. I don't know how the hemispheres are different. I don't fucking know anymore. Shit changes by the day. But if y'all want to join us in the morning, we'll be at Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Probably around the University of North Carolina, around the football stadiums. We're going to be kind of taking off from. So a little something special tomorrow. And then tomorrow evening, same time, as we are in pretty much every evening now.
This whole idea of a chase crew thing is kind of interesting.
12-hour
you
differential.
Out, it's really,
so that AM is PM. And yeah, y'all are more than welcome.
I always tell people, you chase the balloon.
More the merrier. It's been freaking awesome. Thank y'all.
And pilots can land the balloon. They have to be able to land the balloon as part of their training and everything else. To be able to land the balloon without you, it's always nice when your crew's right there. Of course, getting off the field sometimes through all the people and the traffic, sometimes it takes you longer to get off the field. But
many of these pilots started off as crew members, which I believe make you a much better pilot.
Oh, I totally agree.
You know what they're going to do. You don't even have to have a radio. I mean, I remember going back to the days and what's a radio?
We don't need no stinking radios.
No, we don't need no radios.
No.
Cool, he way up there.
Yeah.
Oh, Green is way up there, bro. Holy shit.
And frankly, the radios we had were aircraft radios. They were like 2 watts. So it's kind of like if you were on the ground, you could talk to the crew. But yeah, I learned to chase.
I think
Where's Basic? No, that's the little devil.
I think they disappeared.
Like, I mean, if that had been black, that'd have been visible.
Unless I'm just completely missing
yeah, I learned to crew, and you start thinking like a.
You got some other people over there.
Where am I?
Milk chocolate.
Is he gonna land?
Oh, this man.
And so you start to wonder. You start to.
He landed. Yeah, it's about that time, y'all. It's about that landing time. And of course, guess what? We're stuck over trees. Dude, there's people everywhere. Like, I know y'all see a group of balloons just flying together. That's not normal in y'all's eyes. Come on, bro.
Well, yeah, you did.
Through the Masons.
Yeah.
Chase down Sid and all those folks.
All right, let's hit. Yeah, we got another pilot getting ready to take off, I guess. Diane, go for it.
Okay, here we got Mike right
Hello
from
there.
Albuquerque, breaking back unicorn and
Yeah, I see everybody's on the ground. Look at JP right there. Everybody's getting ready to land anyway. It's about that time. And look at all the people around here, dude. Well, I know they see us. I got pretty alright fuel if I need to, you know.
Yeah, I think she's having too much fun. Yeah, that's what, you know.
That's it, JP. Go, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. Oh. Y'all some beast ass balloon pilots. That's what's up. Respect, respect. Man, the balloon tribe is being born and becoming alive, huh?
There's Ray sitting there waiting for the crew.
But look how stable.
Oh yeah. Other people are flying in.
We're literally the balloon tribe coming alive. Like I can't see my shit.
Oh yeah.
I'll come back this way. Then I got a whole different wind now.
There goes Mike.
Yep.
Those sound effects in this game are so
inconsistent.
right
Basically,
now.
directly under, we're not quite directly underneath.
What the fuck?
It's getting centered in the opening.
Look at all the
straight
jets
up. That's always one of my favorites.
That's crazy.
When they pull the blast valve, we get the big burst.
Yeah.
Yeah, we thank y'all for flying with us, man. Like, y'all make shit extra special, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, somebody says for the baby T-Rex, they use walkie-talkies. Radios are nice, and sometimes it's like, yeah, go 2 streets, or if you're out in some places where you're not real sure, maybe you're flying in a city you don't fly in an area, you know, or even, hey, I'm gonna land real quick. You never know for sure along the lines there. So there's Guilty, the yellow balloon, the yellow racer balloon. You can see the mustache on it, and the what's the name of that one? The special shape there, the duck, the baby chick in the egg.
Chicklet, I think.
It's that shape. It's yeah, that's Pascal Noir. And that looks like Steggy that we're seeing, the blue with the white.
Yep.
Yeah. Be another one of our special shapes.
Here goes Sarah.
And off on the right side, you just barely see him off on the right, the maroon and the white kind of going out of screens. That's Aura, right? Michael Fielding. Colin McClung's Freedom Racer, the blue and white spiral with the yellow Freedom, kind of right behind there he is. He was. Colin used to live in Albuquerque, flew here for a few years, lived here for, I don't know how long he lived here, flew for a few years. Then he moved to Longview, Texas. So, yeah, he was in Plano. He was flying there. I got the chance to see him a couple of weeks ago when I was announcing the Plano balloon festival.
Right in front of us here out in the top studio.
Beautiful world.
Beautiful. This is the new
one that Will Cutter had built for the 50s. If you look at the world on there, you will see stars and other map indicators.
Right.
And those all have something to do with her and Sid's adventures over the years. And she can tell you all, and then of course all the flags along the bottom as well. There you see it as well. So,
I believe Diane has someone back there on the field again.
Hi there, you guys. I'm with Laura from Sedona, Arizona. Welcome to New Mexico. You're our neighbor. You're the crew chief for Gary's Balloon. And as a crew chief, you're going to explain right now what's going on with the cold inflate and the whole process. So please let our viewers out there around the world who have never seen a balloon inflate before. So
Super. Well, as you can see, Gary's got a fan going, and we have two people who open up the mouth. So that gives the balloon some loftiness. As that goes up, and in conjunction with this Albuquerque Balloon Festival, Gary then gets the cue from the zebra that he can burn, that he can do the hot air. The hot air will make the balloon rise, and once the balloon rises, he'll get his crew in the basket, his passengers. We'll give him the right to go, and we sail off into the beautiful abyss of Albuquerque. Fabulous.
People are surprised that we are able to be so close to a balloon inflating. I mean, at this fiesta, they can actually touch your envelope.
He stands by the fan to make sure that nobody interferes with the fan. Little kids, that kind of thing. And we make sure nobody's smoking. Of course, that's dangerous. We're always careful about people touching the fabric because the fabric is, sensitive. But otherwise, it's here for the taking. It's wonderful.
Come and look inside. Scene here, Laura.
Gary's getting ready, so hopefully he'll burn during the time of this. You'll see the fire go in, and our people, our crew people, will holding those straps. The balloon on its own is going to rise. Hopefully we get a flame here. Here's our zebra. There we go. And you immediately can see that the balloon will respond to it. And if I wasn't here on air, I'd probably grab the balloon because it's hitting our RV.
Oh, grab the balloon, Laura. Laura, I got people working here. Laura had to go grab the balloon so it would not burn. She was on Balloon Fiesta Live, but we don't want the balloon to burn. So they did the cold inflate. Now they're doing the hot inflate. Soon, we're going to see that balloon take off. How's it going, Miss Zebra? We tracked down Elisa again. You were galloping off last time.
Pardon me?
You were galloping off last time.
Yes, I was.
How has this morning been so far?
Good. It's been a good morning considering the weather, but we're getting them out of here.
Out of here? We like here at Balloon Fiesta people to come up and let's get them out. Get them out of here. Bye. Here we go.
There used to be buttons though. Get it out, or write it out, get it up, and all those types of things. All those innuendos.
I got 26%
Elise
fuel.
would remember all of those because she was around with all of that. Yep, another. And this is pretty unique. This is one of just the rare places.
I'm gonna drop right here.
Balloon rallies around the world where you can actually get up close and personal with the balloon.
I can get back here. There's a little trail right here. Somewhere. We'll make it happen.
Our crew's still waiting. It's a good sign. Oh yeah, look at the shuttle. It is moving around. Hey guys. Great video. Oh, Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Very nice landing, beautifully and softly done.
So we were talking about size. We were talking about most of the regular vehicles flying are about 90,000. You said 90,000. So when they told me that, they were opening up the and it's 140,000.
Should always say. So, 105,000 cubic feet is 3,880 cross. 105,000 cubic feet is 3,880 cross. 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 3,880
cement trucks, 390 of those to fill up with water on streets.
They got the code, right?
Yeah. That's our artisans tent, and to the left of that is the Balloon Discovery Center. Who are going to be here? Those are two great places to make sure that you visit.
Look at you going through the forest and shit. Run, you slow ass. Where you going? Well, y'all better drop it right now. No.
Here we go. Wow, you were kind of wrangling that balloon a little bit more.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, what a slap. But he got it, though. I got you, Valdez. Ah, I'm going to run my car. Car just went through the balloon. That's funny. We got you, bro. This is what it's all about right here. Shit, just drive it, son. Not hard, but you know what I mean. We got you back. Watch out for that tree. I look for chips at the fire area, so there's chips. Ah, dude. This is crazy, dude. Here we go, back to you. Doing parallel with the houses. Try to spot over here. We need a vehicle for this shit. Or make these guys run faster. I mean, they white and they can't run. Damn, they're getting something. They're not running the balloon. There we go. So here's a spot right here, so. All cars stop. There it is, right there. Yes, sir. Traffic's pretty pent up. Good shit, man. Hell yeah. Oh, very nice. Very nice out there. Hell yeah, brother. Good job. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank y'all for joining me tonight on this beautiful struggle flight. See, we're all landed in our own little spots pretty much.
And if you were to find either Bill Royal on the main stage.
But yeah, I just want to tell y'all, thank y'all so much for hanging out, and coming to fly, and being part of this incredible new movement that we are currently on right now. So, tomorrow morning, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Of course, I always make the stream about 30 minutes before minimum before I go. We take off. Tomorrow morning we're doing Hare and the Hound, and then tomorrow evening we'll be doing a competition of trying to land as close as you can to the football stadium for the North Carolina Tar Heels. But we will be in Chapel Hill tomorrow morning, taking off from inside the stadium, heading on out. So 8:30 in the morning, Central Standard Time, Chapel Hill, North Carolina, Eastern Server, live winds. The weather should be good. And yeah, so thank y'all for hanging out. The 2026 Microsoft Flight Simulator Hot Air Balloon Tour of all 50 states until we fly into Albuquerque for 9-day special events. This is your boy, Bayou Man Gaming. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see y'all tomorrow morning. Stay awesome, stay blessed, and remember, you're kick ass. And if someone says it's different, then kick their ass. No, don't do that. I'm just saying, just no haters, right? Peace out, y'all. Love.